Force will be with you.
Always.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Star Wars Meg, here to give you another Mandalorian Season 2 update and to talk about all of the news going on from a galaxy far, far away. We have a lot of really exciting news to get through today, guys, so do stick with it. But before I get into the video, let me ask you to please hit like down below, to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and also please consider hitting the notification bell to be alerted every time I upload a new video. And without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the character art that was released a couple of days ago. While I have already posted my thoughts on these, there is an Easter egg that has been revealed that is in the background of the baby Yoda picture. So if you look at the bottom left, we actually see a feather. Now this is a huge Easter egg and a huge hint towards Boba Fett. The reason being, he actually had this feather symbol on the left side of his armor. If you're not sure what this feather symbol represents, it was a sigil for the Journeyman Protectors, which were a police force that Jon Favreau and also Boba Fett were formerly part of. And when you think of it, that's a really huge Easter egg and a really clear indication from Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau that we are indeed going to see Boba Fett in The Mandalorian Season 2. Season 2 drops in 16 days, just over 2 weeks. I could not be more hyped, as I'm sure you guys are feeling as well. I think Season 2 is going to be packed with amazing Easter eggs and really cool things that we did not expect. And on the subject of this second trailer, they did release a teaser a few hours ago, and I did a full breakdown on my channel where we got Moff Gideon's voice at the start, and we had new shots of Greef Karga, Cara Dune and Mando. And I really hope they don't release anything else until actually Season 2 comes out, because I want them to leave all the big surprises till when we see the season for ourselves on October 30th. So like I say, in that regard, I don't think we can expect another trailer until the season actually drops on the 30th. So the next big piece of news I have is about Ahsoka Tano, and I will say, as a big disclaimer as always before stating any of these things from articles that I find, this is purely a rumor and it could just mean nothing at all, but it has been making its way around Reddit, especially on the Star Wars leaks page, and this is that a Star Wars insider has dropped a big spoiler on Ahsoka's Mandalorian Season 2 appearance. Star Wars fanatics hoping for some more news on the popular character ahead of the Mandalorian Season 2 should strap themselves in, because an insider has leaked huge news. Ahsoka has been a fan favourite since the days of the Clone Wars and eventually continued her story arc into Rebels. Now, while it has already been confirmed that Rosario Dawson will star, we have new info about just how big the role of Ahsoka might be. In a now deleted tweet, reporter and insider John Campea posted a list of 5 things about The Mandalorian Season 2, including a claim that Ahsoka would have a small scene but in one episode. He noted that one of the 5 things he posted was a lie, but when questioned about whether Ahsoka info was truthful, he claimed that you had a 20% chance of guessing which one wasn't true and you didn't get it. So this is the screenshot from Twitter where someone asked, the Ahsoka part is BS, and he stated you had a 20% chance of guessing which one wasn't true and you didn't get it, hinting at the fact that she will actually appear. So this suggests that Ahsoka will have a small role, however the length of the scene may be a bit controversial. According to him, Ahsoka will be in only one episode and it's not exactly a cameo. So for fans hoping for a little more than just a blink and you'll miss it scene, you're going to have to wait for another show or movie or perhaps even Season 3. He did go on to state, I think you'll be happy regardless. Now, while like I say, we cannot trust this 100% unless it's been confirmed by Lucasfilm, and of course if we see her when Season 2 drops, I do think this is pretty huge. But regardless of whether it's true or not, I do think Ahsoka will play a very small role in Season 2. I do think if we do get her at all, it will just be, like this says, a cameo or a brief glimpse. I don't think she'll play too much of a significant part. I think we will get other fan service with Boba Fett and potentially other Rebels characters like Sabine Wren and Bo-Katan. But as for Ahsoka playing a huge role in Season 2, I just can't see it happening, even though I do think we will get some of her. And so next we move on to the other TV spot that was released a few days ago prior to this new teaser trailer. So at one point, someone on Reddit pointed out that we do see the egg canister that was made from the Pop Funko figures, and it's on Mando's back. So if you look at this shot, you do see it in the background. That's just a little glimpse of something, you know, nothing too huge, but something to talk about nonetheless. And so from serious speculation, we move on to something a little more lighthearted, but still kind of semi-serious nonetheless. And this one is from Dork Side of the Force, and it's a really fun article which talks about, will we see the Hutt family appear in The Mandalorian Season 2? So they say, with Season 2 of The Mandalorian set to be released in the coming weeks, a detail from the trailer may have teased the inclusion of the Hutt family. Last month, Star Wars fans rejoiced with the release of the first trailer for Season 2 of the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian. While not giving away too much, the trailer showed off what fans can expect to see in the coming seasons, such as the continued adventures of Mando and the child, the planets they'll travel to, a few old characters, in addition to new inclusions, and it may have also teased the appearance of a famous crime family, the Hutts. Based on what we do know about Season 2, we do know that part of the show will take place on Tatooine, which has led to a lot of speculation that Boba Fett will be making his live-action return in the franchise. Fett was last seen falling into the Sarlacc pit during the fight on the Jabba the Hutt sail barge in Return of the Jedi. While Fett's death appears to be ambiguous, Jabba the Hutt did die shortly after when his barge was blown up by Luke Skywalker. But while Jabba may be dead, we could see a few members of the Hutt family make an appearance in The Mandalorian. As for what teased this, during the trailer we see Mando and the child enter what appears to be an underground fighting ring with two Gamorreans fighting in the middle of the ring. Gamorreans are the pig-like creatures that served as guards at Jabba's palace. This gives us a clue that this scene takes place during Mando's trip to Tatooine, and that the Hutts may be the ones hosting the fights, or at least sponsoring the fighters. Jabba was a fan favourite amongst Star Wars fans, and seeing as the show does include a fair bit of fan service, this surely isn't a far-fetched theory. Additionally, we've already seen one of the children, Rotta, in the Clone Wars series as a child, but by the time of this period, he would likely be fully grown. If not him, the writers could simply create more members of the Hutt family for the show. Regardless of who it is, Jabba likely had a line of succession to who would take over his syndicate in the event of his death, and this show would be a prime candidate to introduce the new leader of the infamous Tatooine crime lord. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I doubt we are actually going to see the Hutts in The Mandalorian Season 2. While they are returning to Tatooine for their new adventures, I don't think they're going to include the Hutts specifically. I did an entire video on my Patreon page of what happened to Jabba's palace after Return of the Jedi, and it does seem very unlikely that the Hutts would have carried on the legacy. It was actually taken over by another group of people, and so the Gamorreans we do see in The Mandalorian Season 2 couldn't have nothing to do with Jabba the Hutt at all. The mistake that this article makes is it implies that Gamorreans were only subservient to the Hutt dynasty, which is completely false. In fact, Gamorreans were kind of dull and dim-witted, and so they were used by many people, for entertainment and as security guards. So it could have nothing to do with Jabba the Hutt and his family whatsoever. But again, it'd be an awesome surprise if we did see Hutts. They are a species which is fascinating, and they are very fun on screen. So that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, please give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and also please consider becoming a patron of mine on Patreon. For just $2 a month, you can get exclusive access to content that is not found here on my YouTube page, including Star Wars Explained, Star Wars news, and much more. I wish you a fantastic rest of the day, no matter where you are in the galaxy. Have a good one.